Another year of MLB The Show. That means it's time to start up a new March to October. I can't use the White Sox again. So I got it. I'll use the second worst team. And how about I play it on the brand new GOAT difficulty? Where's GOAT difficulty? So, yeah. There goes my whole plan for this year's March to October. That was my whole idea, guys. I got myself all excited to take on a brand new challenge, play March to October on the new GOAT difficulty, and it's not in March to October. I don't understand. I mean, one of the brand new things they hype up for this game, in one of the 5 main game modes important enough to be right on the front screen, they leave it out. But I'm not gonna let that completely derail things. We still gotta play March to October with the release of a new game. In the last 2 years, I've given myself the challenge of having to use the worst team and immediately bring them into contention. And yeah, we all know who the worst team is. I'm a fan of them. We don't need to talk about it. But I also just used the White Sox last year for 6 seasons. Not to mention all the other March to Octobers I've done with this team. So we're gonna move one step up. I'm using the second lowest ranked team in the MLB, and that distinction goes to the Colorado Rockies. And I've already wasted enough time complaining about not getting what I want. So let's just get straight to it. The start of the Colorado Rockies March to October, since it can't be on GOAT, it'll be on Legend. Let's get it started. All right, so here we go. Opening day, taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. I probably skipped you guys past that intro video because all it basically said is, man, the Dodgers are the greatest team of all time. Crown them champs already. The Padres and D-backs, they're still hanging around too. And the Giants are a 500 team. And the Rockies, good luck. But they don't know who's controlling the Rockies, man. They don't know who I am. This is what we do. We win March to Octobers. We win the World Series in March to October on Legend difficulty. It doesn't matter what team we take control of. And all right, here we go. This same intro screen, I guess, telling us we're taking control in the top of the 6th inning. We're at the plate. Jacob Stallings is our catcher, and that little screen right there, I guess I should explain it. I have a DualSense Edge. We got different stick sensitivity settings for hitting and pitching. Don't worry about it. But one thing I will say is I am not super familiar with the Rockies roster. I don't really know it up and down. And that's part of what makes me excited to use this team in a March to October. Obviously, the division's tough. You got the Dodgers. You also got the D-backs, who I think are going to be a problem. And I don't really understand. Maybe I just don't know ball, but it seems like everybody is kind of projecting the Padres to like not really be much above a 500 team this year. I don't really see that. I think the Padres are still going to be plenty tough. But yeah, when it comes to this Colorado Rockies lineup, it's going to be really interesting to see what we have to look forward to. And most importantly, the holes we have to fill, because I'd imagine there's a lot of them. And man, I haven't had to swing the bat yet. All right, there we go. Finally, he had to pump in a strike right down the middle. Let's try this ambush hitting. Oh, and I actually got a pitch inside. I was just too early on 98. See, if this was GOAT difficulty, I wouldn't have had that problem. Oh, okay. I shouldn't badmouth the game too much because I'm punching out. First time I actually have to do something. Even though we didn't get to do what we wanted to do and play on GOAT difficulty, this is still my first time playing on Legend this year, and I'm not writing it off. I mean, Legend is plenty challenging, especially when you got to go all the way back and start from the beginning with one of the worst teams in baseball. Ooh, that sounded good. I'm a little under it with the PCI. Is that going to carry? No, it's going to die at the wall. That would have been nice. I'm imagining Brenton Doyle is going to be our star player. If he could have done something in his first AB, that would have been electric. All right, Nolan Jones, though, batting in the 2-hole. Ooh, I got to hit that, dude. That's literally right down the middle. I'm too early on these fastballs. It's like I was so prepared to be playing on GOAT difficulty, I can't dial it down. Oh my god, dude, I'm early again. This is 98 right down the pipe. Slow the bat down. Come on. All right, there we go. Drawing another walk. I guess that's the only way I can get on base so far. Ezekiel Tovar. This is another big bat I know these Rockies have. Get up through the middle. I think that will. 3 speed, though. 3 speed from Jacob Stallings. I think we got to hold him up at third. Oh, okay. I may have been early once again on that four-seam fastball. At least we threatened. In the very first inning with this Rockies team, we're threatening a guy like McClanahan. Not a bad start. Looks like we still got the trusty steed, German Marquez, out there. He's been a Rocky for, feels like forever at this point. It looks like he's still the ace. Oh, and there we go. That should be our first out. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and take care of business on opening day here. And then we're going to take a little bit of time, familiarize ourselves with this roster, take a look at what's going on. And there we go. I will say, though, from what I know about what this team has and just like different players that I've enjoyed using in like Diamond Dynasty, between Nolan Jones, Ryan McMahon, those are actually two of like my favorite swings, maybe even I can say, to use in Diamond Dynasty. Like, I really enjoy those two cards whenever they pop up. And then Brenton Doyle's emerged. He's been a fun card to use if he gets one in Diamond Dynasty. And I mean, that right there, that's 1/3 of the starting lineup we're talking about as being players that I enjoy using. And German Marquez looking pretty dominant on the mound. But yeah, it's really like the rest of the team from that point that I'm going to need to get familiar with, especially the pitching. I don't know anything about this Rockies pitching, and I missed that one too. It's like I'm really close to doing damage. I just haven't put it all together yet. Okay, I guess Ryan McMahon's not looking like one of my favorite swings there, rolling over on one pitch. Oh, and then I'm missing a fastball right down the middle. Okay, definitely took a step back this inning. I mean, man, German Marquez has so much energy left that like we might not ever have to pitch with anybody else. And I don't even mean just this game. I mean this whole season. He might be the only pitcher we need. There we go. We're getting another ground out. That was one thing I noticed in the team rankings is this Rockies team ranked 4th in defense. Like, that's really good in defense. And they hyped up big time how much defense is going to matter this year. So I'm imagining that we're going to feel the impact of having a lot of good defenders on this team. Not quite, though, if we're going to give up a hit like that. That, though, that's going to be a double play. All right, well, come on, man. Things are going good on the mound, but I would like some insurance runs here, or an insurance run. Let's try. I keep forgetting to try ambush hitting. Okay, and while Jacob Stallings is getting walked again, it's like a repeat of our first inning that we were in. Oh my God, okay. I feel like the most hittable pitches are the ones I'm missing the most right now. Doyle, nope, I missed that one too. That fits the description. Hanging slider right down the middle. Nolan Jones, nope. That might have even been like my best swing yet, man. Maybe Legend's gonna be enough of a challenge this year based on how this is going. Still gonna keep riding with German Marquez though until he shows any signs of wearing down. I mean, look at this. He's still got almost half his energy remaining. And judging by what I saw in the bullpen, well, I was gonna say it might be best plan to leave Marquez in for as long as we can. Which, that's another thing though. I don't know if it's a setting or if it's just because March to October is still connected to online, but it didn't seem like I needed to warm pitchers up. I don't know. If that's a setting, I might have to change that because I want the realism, and I think we just gave up the lead. How are we gonna get this back? Okay, there we go. Had to get the 9-hole hitter down some way. Okay, another fastball up, another strikeout. If we can get through this with at least the tie still intact, it's going to be best case scenario. That should be out number 3. Now we just got to find a way to score a run. I mean, Ezekiel Tovar leading things off. This might be our best bet. And of course, I get the slider left, right down the middle that I'm missing. Wow, dude. Have I lost it? What's going on? God, I can't put the bat on the ball. This is ridiculous. This Manuel Rodriguez guy has insane break on everything he throws. It doesn't help that it looks like my PCI isn't even going in the right direction. And I finally make a good swing. Look at how good that swing was. Man, is this like hidden GOAT difficulty? Did they hide GOAT difficulty and call it Legend in March to October? We're gonna go to the bullpen though. Justin Lawrence. I know of this guy. Didn't know he was a 6.49 ERA type guy, though. I thought he was a little bit better than that. But I know what he's got going on. He's got that sidearm delivery. So it makes him tough when you got to face him in like a Battle Royale game or something in Diamond Dynasty. Oh, I'm convinced McMahon makes that play if it doesn't hit the base. He gave his all for that dive. There we go. Look at me dotting that two-seam front door. We still got a shot here. That's... oh, maybe? No shot at first. Okay, well now the game-ending run is in scoring position. That should be fine, though. I don't like seeing Doyle in center not getting good jumps, but he didn't need one on that one. And there we go. We got opening day extra innings. All right, we get our free runner on second base. Hopefully that means this game won't go on crazy long. And nope, I'm just... at least I'm making progress of making good swings now. We just actually need those good swings to land. It's kind of a lot more frustrating to make good swings and not get anything out of it than making a bad swing and just being bad. Like that. Oh, did I do that with Sam Hilliard for real? I actually hit the pitch left in a hittable spot. And that's going to give us a 10th inning lead. Love the new camera angles. Love the new camera work. And it's Sam Hilliard, the first Colorado Rocky I'm going deep with. The first of many, hopefully. Ooh, and now I'm following it up with a perfect. And it's going to go too. Jacob Stallings might be my best player. Draw 2 walks with him and then go deep when we actually get to swing the bat. These Rockies, man, we woke up out of nowhere. If this is what this team's capable of, I think we might have a good time. Man, even Tyro Estrada, I made a somewhat decent swing with on a pitch that I really had no business swinging at on the first pitch. Doyle, nope, we're going to go back to lining out to center on hanging sliders, but not before we put up 3 runs. Now look, I'm not going to feel safe with any lead we have, because this dude is listed as the closer on this Rockies squad. Lucas Gilbreth at a 65 overall. He's the highest overall I saw in this bullpen, and he's also listed as the closer, so it's on him to get the job done. That is going to keep him at second and get us the first out. All right, good job, Lucas. Okay, somehow he's caught looking at a splitter that I kind of left over the plate. All of a sudden, all we need is 1 more out for an opening day win. And that should do it. Lazy fly ball to right, and that's going to wrap up a Colorado Rockies opening day victory over the Rays. I mean, hey, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. The Rays were also in the long shot category, so it's not like that was a great team we just took down. But once we got going there, things felt pretty good. Pitching did okay, too, for what it was. And we get 3 fireballs of momentum to get the Rockies started. That might be good. That might pull a lot of weight here at the beginning of the season. So let's see. This is the first I'm seeing of any of this March to October stuff this year. Looks like the whole fireball system works about the same. And that's going to be 2 wins in a row. A sweep to start the season. Okay, now we play some real competition, the Phillies. But we get a chance to take the series against them. We just started out the season 4-1 in our first 5 games. We're winning the division. All right, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, the rest of this episode is going to be spent going over these rosters, setting lineups, and man, one crucial thing I forgot to mention at the beginning. We are not playing multiple seasons with this Rockies team. So we'll be playing through this season with just this season in mind, and that's going to do a lot to inform our decisions for trades. And then obviously we don't have to do stuff like scouting, drafting, that sorts of stuff. This is a more traditional 1 season March to October to see if we can take this Rockies team from almost the bottom all the way up to the top. But with that being said, let's take a look at our opening day rosters here. And I mean, at a glance, this could be worse. This could be much worse. We've got Brenton Doyle. We've got Ezekiel Tovar. Those are our only two guys above an 80. But the rest of the lineup is at least in the 70s, all besides Chris Bryant. But honestly, if there's one player to be our only below 70 overall, I'd like it to be him. This is somebody I wanted to use anyway. I will say though, the hitting attributes on Brenton Doyle are a little worse than I thought they'd be. That overall is definitely carried by the fielding and speed. He does have B potential. I don't know what that means. He's already an 84 overall. Hopefully he still has room to improve. Tovar is kind of the same way. He's a B potential. He's an 82, so he's not guaranteed to get a whole lot better because 82 is already in that B potential range. And I wouldn't read too much into this regression. In years past, it seems like everybody gets a lot of -1s in the first month of the season, and then after that month, it's like the progression kicks in. But how about some of this supporting cast here? Nolan Jones, he's also got a B potential, and he's got a lot of room to get there. That could happen. I've seen players like this end up being real solid. I also like his building blocks. I like what we have to work with here. That 85 discipline should sim really well. And his hitting attributes actually aren't that bad for a 71 overall. Michael Tolley is another exciting one. I mean, we're full of B potentials on this team. And that power is already there for him. 77, 83 power, that plays. It's just, you know, making contact with the ball that might give him a bit of trouble. Ryan McMahon, who would have thought, another B potential. He is 30 years old, so how much room he has to improve, I don't know, but we're seeing a lot of the same things on a lot of these guys. Middle of the road hitting, nothing that's going to blow you away, but really good gloves. And that's going to help out our pitching a lot because our pitching needs all the help it can get. But we still got to get to that. We already looked at Chris Bryant, Tyro Estrada, another B potential, another great glove in the field at second base. Sam Hilliard, the big bat, that no doubt homer. I don't know, call me crazy, but I feel like these attributes look like they should be better than a 71 overall. I feel like he could be pretty decent. And then Jacob Stallings had a big game with him too. Bench, we got Hunter Goodman, who actually has some pretty solid power for being a 66 overall. Kyle Farmer, 77 contact versus lefties. I'm assuming he starts against lefties. Good clutch too, and a good glove on him. And then we get into somebody I really don't know anything about, Sean Bohard. I don't know, nothing too promising looking about him. And then we got a rookie on the bench, Greg Jones. He's got no hitting. All right, but now what are we working with this pitching? Actually, German Marquez is a lower overall than I thought he'd be. 72 overall is our ace. And then we only have one more 70 overall. And that's it. The rest of the rotation, the entirety of the bullpen, under 70. This is going to be a challenge. The bullpen, we got a 51 overall long reliever, 50 overall, 62 overall Victor Vodnik. He might be one of our go-to guys. He's also got B potential, so hopefully that does something for him. 61 overall Angel Chivili, another rookie here at a 55 overall, but he's got 99 velocity. And that has outlier too. We got Tyler Kinley, and he has a 94 clutch rating. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Take advantage of that when we're in a situation with runners in scoring position. And then the last two guys that we actually used out of the bullpen, Justin Lawrence at a 63, Lucas Gilbreth at a 65, and that's your 2025 Colorado Rockies that we'll be working with. But I think that's actually where I'm going to go ahead and call things. I'm going to set the lineups. I'm going to set up the trade screen in between episodes. But if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I still haven't slept since the game launched, and I need to do that. You can probably already tell in the way that I looked. But no, there's definitely a lot to be excited for, if for nothing else, but just that we have a new challenge in front of us of taking a bad team and turning them around in one season. So do me a favor, hit that like button if you enjoyed, if you're excited about the rest of this series. And if you don't want to miss this series as I come out with new episodes, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. But for now, guys, thanks for watching episode 1 of the Rockies March to Rocktober, and I will see you guys in the next one.